up, guys? Welcome to Athletes Uncensored, where we talk to professional athletes, but nothing about their sport and all what makes them unique as an individual. Today we have professional soccer player Cami Privett. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited.
It's going to be so much fun. Cami is also a UC Irvine alumni with me. And yeah, it's great to have you on the show.
Yeah, we go way back.
Way back in the day.
Way back to the college days.
Which is actually kind of funny because this is like the most random memory I have of you. So you were a year above me and I was on my official visit. And I think we were at like the men's volleyball house, like per usual. and like, here comes this girl just like guns a-blazing. And I'm like, holy shit.
Oh, man.
I mean, I was like, holy smokes, like this girl's hilarious. And then the memory I have of you, Cami, is you crushing a beer can on your head. And I was like, yes.
Yeah, I don't know how that started. It was like so random. I think obviously we had a few drinks, but I was like cleaning their house. Who knows why? I think it was just disgusting. And I was like cleaning it and I like had all these cans and I was smashing them. And I was just like, what if I just tried smashing this on my head? It's so much easier. I don't have to bend over. I was like, how lazy of me to be like, I don't want to bend over, so I'm just going to smash it on my head instead. So I was like, let's try it out. Smashed one, and of course, one person catches wind of it, and then they're like, do it again. And I think the first time I smashed a can, I did 5 in one day. I had like the Olympic rings on my forehead. Like, it was bad.
That is hilarious. That was like your signature move, I feel like.
It was.
It
got the party like hyped.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Like that's when you know, like the party's it's starting to pick up a little bit.
Exactly. It got to the point where obviously you know Frank the Tank.
Right.
Well, people started calling me Mrs. Frank, and it's just honestly it's like stuck. Monty still calls me that to this day.
That's so funny. So transitioning into the game that we're playing today. So I bring athletes on the show and they have no clue what game we're playing. And today we are playing firing questions. Dun, dun, dun. So what that means is that I'm just going to throw questions at you and you have to give your honest answer here.
Okay. I think I could do that. Is it like rapid fire?
Not rapid fire. Like, please elongate. We want full details. Give us the ins and outs of these questions. This is the time for the fans of Houston Dash to get to know you a little bit.
All right.
All right. So first question, basically, transitioning from the story we just shared with everyone about, some beer cans here and there being crushed on your head. My question to you is, where is the funniest or most random place that you've ever crushed a beer can on your head?
Okay. Honestly, I find that's a pretty easy one. So you obviously know because you went to UC Irvine and we partied a lot together. But a lot of people don't know. So we went to school at UC Irvine, which is really close to Newport Beach. And we all lived literally on the beach, on the sand. So we would all get a little tipsy, have a few drinks. And somehow the night always ended out on lifeguard towers at like 3 a.m. I'm like, how did we get here? But there was an empty beer can and, everyone's like, oh, Mrs. Frank, the lifeguard tower at 3 a.m. Everyone's flashlights are on me and I always did body weight squats too. So it's like, do my body weight squats and smash. That was probably the weirdest place.
That kind of just summarizes UCI like as a whole. Like as a whole experience, like that was it for 4 or 5 years.
Exactly. It's like you go to school, you go back. I always tell people on like study breaks, we would just go body surf or tan, walk out on the jetty. Literally the coolest place ever.
For those who don't know, basically UCI athletics, we all lived in Newport Beach on the peninsula. So there was the baseball house, the men's volleyball house, women's soccer, water polo. Like we're all down there on the peninsula within like 15 blocks of each other. So my question to you is, what is your favorite or funniest day or nighttime memory of Newport Beach?
Oh my goodness. Oh, hands down, the Dodgeball Tournament.
Yes.
Best memories ever at the Dodgeball Tournament. Okay. I don't know if you remember this, but I think it was your first year and my second. We had the Dodgeball Tournament. I'm sure you'll probably go over the dodgeball tournament at some point, but we were all jumping on the top of the balcony, jumping to Call Me Maybe. And we were like, so call me maybe, right? Singing along. And we were there were so many people up there to where the balcony dipped down and the sliding glass door popped out and fell.
Oh my gosh.
That's how you know how many people were there. It was wild. Yeah. That year it was sponsored by Red Bull. Red Bull girls were like out there throwing Red Bulls, and then we were like, how did it get this big?
Nuts. So a little bit of background. This was my next question, so great answer. I talked about UCI Dodgeball Tournament. It was an annual Memorial Day tournament. UCI, it was not hosted by UCI Athletics. Let's get that out there. But, you know, some student athletes organized this dodgeball tournament. And basically the buy-in, so there's 2 brackets, men and women's. Buy-in is 330 racks per team. There's, like, each team dresses up in costumes. It's nuts. We have the national anthem at 9 a.m. sharp. It was sponsored by Red Bull. We had a DJ. One of the years, a couple of them, you had to have a wristband to go inside to, like, use the bathroom or anything, because people from, like, Concordia and other schools would come down. And then, like, the public would come and watch this dodgeball tournament of all these athletes, like, going ham.
Going crazy. Dodgeball. People got real intense about it.
All in costume. It was amazing. It was so much fun. So that was such a great plug right there about the dodgeball tournament.
Oh, absolutely. I'm telling you, the sliding glass door popped out and like fell over.
I remember when that happened. I remember because the men's volleyball team was playing against somebody else, like maybe baseball. And then the DJ played Call Me Maybe, and the men's team was like, whoa, stop the game. Like, it's Call Me Maybe. And then, like, everyone on the beach, like, started partying to Call Me Maybe. It was so great.
It's when, like, random people, like, women who are out doing whatever on the beach are coming over, like, watching. Everyone's so curious. And then they come, and there's, like, a large amount of people sitting around just watching our dodgeball tournament.
Yep. No, there was a crowd. I mean, it was great. And, you know, some people, they started their festivities drinking a little bit too early. Some people didn't make the 9 a.m. national anthem. So, you know.
I think, weren't you in the dodgeball tournament for a year?
Yeah.
1 or 2 years.
Yeah. 2 years. Yeah.
Cami never signed up for the actual dodgeball. I signed up for the wristband, the drinking inside.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I just need to stay away. No, I for sure signed up my last couple years there. It was so fun. And, you know, sometimes there's a lot of subs coming in and out because it's like, who's going to, like, block out first? Like, okay, we need a sub on the court. Like, you're in. They're like, they're not even on the women's volleyball team. Who cares? We just need a body. Like, come on.
Exactly. And, you know, it's always, like, super competitive because most of the time it's, like, women's volleyball, you guys would come up with a team. Women's soccer would come up with a team. So it's, like, super competitive because it's, like, sport against sport. All friendly most of the time. But it would get – I think basketball and men's volleyball, that was always, like, the final.
Oh, yeah.
The final.
Every year. I remember we played women's soccer my senior year. I think it was, like, the semis or something like that in the bracket. And I didn't mean to, but I nailed one of your chicks right in the face, and, like, everyone went crazy. And I was, like, on the inside during the competition, I was like, yes. But, like, after I was like, sorry. Like, I went and said sorry. Yeah. Like, wasn't on purpose, but, like, it got the people fired up.
Exactly. And, you know, the guy on the loudspeaker is probably hyping it up, getting everyone riled up. Oh, absolutely.
All right. So you play for the Houston Dash. And congratulations, because this year you guys won the Challenge Cup.
Thank you.
Which is huge. And that's your, like, league's championship, right?
Yeah, for this year. So this year was different because of COVID. So we had the Challenge Cup, and then after that we had, like, a fall series. So we kind of had, like, 2 split things, but we won the Challenge Cup, and then we came in second place for the fall series. So there was really no ultimate champion, but we pretty much dominated. So
hey, you guys got to pop champagne. So
exactly,
you won the challenge.
Had lots of Budweiser that night.
Yeah, way too many cans.
Yep. None to the face that time.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. So what is something that your teammates, because you've been playing with Houston Dash for how many years?
5 to 6 years.
Okay. So what is, if your teammates were in charge of your old school MySpace profile or your Instagram bio, what is something that your teammates would put as your bio?
Oh gosh. Well, as of recently, so the last game of the tournament, they put on the WAP song. Is it WAP? And I only know it because like me and my best friend watch a lot of TikTok videos and send it to each other, and I crushed it. So they might say something like WAP Master, which sounds really bad, but you know, that's one of them. They'd probably be like, obviously on like a serious note, they'd probably say something along the lines of like the energy source or something like that, because I kind of get everyone wound up at games. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I could see that a little bit. Just a little spark plug.
A little
Just
snippet.
a little
Yeah.
bit. What is your most memorable or funniest travel story with the Houston Dash?
I was actually with my friend, and it was her that was really the funny one. But it was right around the World Cup time, and everyone knows Megan Rapinoe. She has short hair, and it was actually, I think, purplish at the time. And my friend has short hair. Her name's Bianca. And I can't tell you how many times people would come up to her and be like, Megan Rapinoe, like, can we get your autograph? And she literally got to the point where she was just like, Megan Rapinoe, sure, whatever. Like at first it was like, I'm not Megan Rapinoe. But then she was like, whatever, there you go. Signing it as like Bianca Henninger is hilarious. Like all the time. I mean, on travel trips, like people will come up to you and be like, oh, but sometimes they just don't know who you are. They just know you play soccer. They just want to talk to you. So it's funny the conversations that you get around, especially in Houston, because Houston's a very like soccer / sport city. A lot of people are very like intrigued, and they'll like stare at you as you walk by, like very curious, and they'll come over and chat. Yeah, that's probably the funniest traveling one, other than, oh wait, actually, so after the Challenge Cup, we got this flight. Someone like donated a flight to us, which is super cool. So we had like our own airplane with like all these special treats and everything. We were like, oh, we won, yay. But when we got off the flight, there was like a whole bunch of people out there like taking pictures. And one of our captains, actually she's not a captain, but she acts like a captain, Christy, she gets up there, pours a bunch of beer into the cup and just like starts chugging at the top of the staircase getting into the plane. Literally the funniest. We're all just dying laughing behind her, and she's just like absolutely trashed. Like she's a great time when she's drinking. It's hilarious. It seemed like a college moment. I think it was kind of like living in our older days, or like back in the day. We're like, oh yeah, like I feel you. Like I understand where you're coming from. You go for it.
Hey, you guys won the Challenge Cup, so someone's got to drink out of it.
Exactly. It's massive too. It holds a lot of beer.
All right, shouting out the city of Houston, what is your favorite restaurant to eat at?
I mean, it depends on the day. Houston is a big foodie spot. Pastino's has like really good boards, so they have like bruschetta and whatnot. So that's like a really good, if you want to go for happy hour, great happy hour. They got good wine, quality, and it's like a cute little spot. So you can like take your boyfriend and be like, so I like that place. But then like for dinner, I typically like Tex-Mex. So I'm a big fan of like Ninfa's or El Tiempo. They have like the best fajitas. Tex-Mex is like a legit thing. Like when I very first got here, I kind of missed like California authentic Mexican food. And then like, honestly, the Tex-Mex hits so hard. You're like, I mean, I could do this too.
For me, it's Chronic Taco in Newport, the carnitas burrito. I'm on the points reward system there, going strong for 4 years.
Clogging those arteries, nothing like it.
Yeah, one burrito at a time. I've earned like 5 free burritos, which is hard to do because it's like every 100 points. Yes. I have no shame. It's fine.
Oh my gosh, I would flip between the burritos and then going next door and getting the avocado bagels with cream cheese.
At the donut shop.
At the donut shop.
Huge shout out to the Newport Beach Peninsula. Donut shop, Chronic Taco. They share a wall. The donut shop is open 24 hours a day. Post bars, you would like go there, somebody would bring a speaker, and then it would take like 30 minutes to get a bagel, like for whatever reason. Do you remember that? It took so long, but I guess there was so many people in there and there was like one auntie working, so.
Exactly. It was also nice though, because most of the time you go and you're like very drunk, so it's more of like a sobering up moment. It's like, let me take a deep breath, reel it in, and then go back and try it again.
Yeah.
Do it all for a second or third time.
All right, what's the weirdest thing you've ever done to impress a guy?
I don't know. That's a tough one. I mean, my boyfriend right now, I guess I didn't really try to impress him, but it worked out somehow. So I met him in a training facility. When I very first got here to Houston, he was a strength coach at the same facility where the Dash would train. So I met him there, and then he got a new job somewhere else at a different facility and he left, but we were like chatting, like we knew each other. We both thought each other were cute, got each other's numbers. And for some reason, I don't know how, but he was like trying to text me and he was like, hey, like I can only contact you on Snapchat. And then 4 years later, I see him at, when we were getting our physicals, like this is like last year. I saw him while we were getting our physicals this year. And he was like, hey, like I still can't get a hold of you. I don't know what's going on. And I was like, okay, that's weird. Let me look at my phone. And I pull up his name in my phone and I scroll down and he's looking at my phone and in all big red letters, it says blocked. And I was like, oh my gosh. And he was just like, blocked? Like, why am I blocked? And I was like, I don't know. I started sweating. I was like, do you want me to unblock you? And he's like, yes, unblock. I was like, okay, sorry. And then so that weekend he was like, okay, are you receiving my text messages now? Yes. Hung out that weekend and the rest is history. Still together. So if you want to make it work, just block them. Then maybe someday it'll work out.
That's so funny.
I know. I was like, I don't even remember blocking him. So I think it was like a butt block.
That's happened to me before too. Like with one of my friends, I was like, why is I can't text you, or like your messages aren't coming through to me. Or no, they weren't coming through to me, but I could like text them. But then we found out literally 2 months later that I like butt blocked them for no apparent reason.
I was like, sorry, but it worked out. So
yeah. What's one thing that you've tried that you'll never do again?
Playing in Norway. Like, I love traveling and whatnot, but being in like one country for 8 months, that was a tough one. Norway was especially tough just because I didn't have Wi-Fi. So I was unable to use my phone, and my phone was only accessible through Wi-Fi. And I couldn't watch Netflix. I couldn't check my emails.
Whoa.
No Wi-Fi at the place they had me living. So I would literally just like sat there and like read a bunch of books, but it would be nice to be able to like look at things or like call your family, especially because I was maybe like 22, like fresh out of college in a different country, didn't know anybody, didn't have anyone to contact. So I struggled the first couple months, but I got there towards the end, but I wouldn't do it again.
No.
It was tough.
So the number one beach volleyball team in the world is from Norway. They're called the Beach Volley Vikings, and they're like a few of my like good buddies. But hopefully if you go back over there, maybe they'll hook it up with some Wi-Fi for you.
I mean, that would be ideal. I would be like, thank you so much. It would change the entire experience probably.
Yeah, exactly. We'll have to go back over there and like mix in some Wi-Fi and we'll see if we'll like it.
Okay, we'll try it out.
What's a lie that you've recently told?
Cami is not much of a liar. I do have a really funny story about college though and cheating.
Okay.
Because Cami, I'm so bad at cheating. I can't do it. I may not get the best grades, but I don't cheat to get good grades. So it stressed me out. So me and another girl on the team, we were taking the same class. It was, I don't remember what class it was, but the professor had a really thick accent, like all the other professors at UCI. Couldn't understand him. And he gives these take-home exams. The final is a take-home exam. And so me and my friend, we did them completely separately. And then the day before it was due, we came together and we're like, okay, well, let's just go over the multiple choice. And we found that there was one answer that we had like discrepancies on, and we figured out mine was wrong, of course. So I scratched out the wrong answer and I circled the correct answer, because why would I leave it? Anyways, so we turned it in, and then like 2 days later, whatever, once he graded it, he emailed us both and he was like, I need to talk to you guys in office hours, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, did you get this email? She's like, yes. Did you get this email? I was like, yeah, okay. So we were like, okay, I'm going to be there. I was like, I'm going to be there around 3. And she's like, okay, I'm on my way, but I'll be there a little late. And I was like, okay, I'll just go in there and talk him up, butter him up, you know? No buttering up. So I get in there and he was like, did you walk alone? And I was like, looking around. I was like, yes. Like, nobody else is here. I'm by myself. I walked by myself. He's like, did you walk alone? And I was like, oh, this isn't going well. I was like, yep, I'm all by myself. Like, Jordan will be here any minute. Like, she said she's just running a little bit late. He was like, walk. And I was like, walk. He's like, walk. And I was like, walk. And he was like, he grabbed a piece of paper. At this point, he's got like veins in his forehead. He's like, walk. And I was like, it was like a light bulb. I was like, oh, work. So here's the thing. And I explained it all to him, but he was like sweating, like red and like not happy with me. And I was like, and I explained to him, like, if I would have just copied all of her answers, I wouldn't have anything wrong with mine. They would all just be correct. But we discussed that mine was wrong, and then I circled the correct one. And he was like, no, like, and so I got a 0, and she got whatever she got. Blah, blah.
Oh, no.
But, like, he was, like, screaming at me, walk. And I was like, walk. He was like, walk. Walk. I don't know what else you want me to say.
Oh, no.
Stress level. My stress levels.
Yeah.
So I guess I cheated, but don't give take-home exams.
That's, everybody's done that. Like, let's just be honest here, folks. It's a take-home exam. Like, come on.
Yeah. And then you get into class and you see like the water polo guys like,
yes.
I'm like, how? Me?
Yep.
I was so upset. I would go into class and just be like,
and then just like stare at them while they're doing it and be like, hello, like, is it just me?
Yeah, I should just walk up and be like, you guys walking alone? Walking alone? They'd be like, shut up, Cami. I'll be like, okay, I'm going to walk up now.
Okay, you're right. Well, cool, Cami. Thanks for coming on. That's all the questions I have for you. You nailed it. Shout out to the Houston Dash. And congratulations on winning the Challenge Cup this year. And it was so much fun having you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
You killed it. You're awesome. Great stories.
Thanks. I try. I was like, oh my gosh, these are a little bit more difficult than I was expecting.
You know, keeping my guests on their toes. You never know. Any shout outs you want to have or anything like that for the people in the back?
No, not really. I mean, shout out to the Houston Dash fans, because it's going to be a new year. It's going to be a different year, and we're excited to get out there.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much. Good luck this season.
Thank you so much.
Bye.